you also like to be, you enjoy the stint as a host. You've hosted SIMA
Yeah,
and IFA awards, and that
the
you
Film
seem to
Fest
enjoy that.
South.
Yeah.
I enjoyed a lot. In fact, I'm missing it. Last couple of years, I've not done it. See, we've become actors, but we didn't go through the theater route. We've not done theater. I've not. I mean, in acting school, they'll give us a few assignments, but that's not legit. So this performing in front of a live audience is another game. It's you're on the edge. You're on the edge, and there's so much. And I don't look at the teleprompter. I can't see the teleprompter and do it. So it's all in my mind. So it's challenging to do rehearse something 100 times and come the one or first time and then deliver it like you're talking for the first time. And spot improvisations. You don't stick to the dialogue as it is, so because things go wrong, suddenly the light doesn't go up, or the wrong nomination comes up, or somebody wants to leave, so they want that award fast. So you have to be think and quick. So it improves my spontaneity. It made me a better actor for sure. Those 3, 4 award functions which I hosted trained me for a different form of acting. So I love doing it. And then I realized, dude, probably you should not just limit yourself to acting in fiction, filmed entertainment. You should explore this. And even now, for fun, I'm just shooting some self-shot content and putting it up on Instagram to entertain my audience, because end of the day we're entertainers. So
Even
medium
TikTok as
doesn't
well.
matter.
Even TikTok
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
quite. Yeah, I've newly joined TikTok. It's maddening. It's mad. It's so tough. My respect for TikTokers has gone up now. Now I have respect for those guys. It's not easy to do TikTok. It takes 3 to 4 hours to do one. And when these dub smashes had come, I was brushing it off, saying, why would I do to another actor's timing? Nahi, 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 mujhe nahi karna, this, that, that. So there was a popular dialogue of mine trending on TikTok. So I thought, okay, let me do that and put it up. And I tried my own dialogue. I gave some 40 takes. I saved 4 in the draft. I couldn't see through them again. I'm like, it's terrible. It's terrible. To recreate what somebody has done is not easy. And then creating new content also is tough. I'm enjoying that stint on TikTok also. It's nothing to do with acting. I mean, it's not exactly acting, but then it's a cousin. So it's fun. TikTok is also fun. I'm enjoying TikTok.
All right. So
Yeah.
you have a you're coming from this illustrious film family, and I think your uncles and your father, everyone is into films, and your brother is a this huge
Yeah.
superstar as well, who's got this mad
True.
following. So we were there in Hyderabad, and I've personally
Yeah.
seen the sort of madness that he enjoys. Uh,
True.
how is it? How is life being when you have to when you have a very popular brother along with yourself? How does it impact you as a professional? How does it impact you as a person? How do you retain your
See,
own
the
individuality?
the benefits of it outweigh the downsides, of course. I'm extremely, extremely thankful. I don't think I would have got an opportunity to be an actor if it was not for my brother. So he set the path for the younger sibling to join. So it's primarily all advantages. But in the long term, you're under the shadow of somebody else. So they expect you to dance like him, they expect you to act like him. And then when you do it, you can never be as good as the original. So they'll always be like, nah, nah, and all that. So it's very hard because they have a preset expectations of what you should be like. Every star kid, I'm sure, is expected to be like his father or something. Luckily, we're just siblings, not much. There was like a 10-year gap between his debut and mine, but still, he tells me, don't become a second version of me, become the first version of yourself. So that inner soul searching took 2 films, 1, 2 films, you take that time to get a hang of what is it that you're truly good at and what is it that you want to do. So I think I've kind of slowly found it now. I don't imitate him. I don't use his references in my films. I've never used any reference of his in my film. And I try to create my own sort of acting and style. It is a pressure because the benchmark is so high. So I only told myself, like, now don't chase him. Like, you're never going to catch up. You're never going to win. Run your own race. So I've made peace with it. I'm dealing with it. It's fine.
No, no, absolutely fine.
It's good.
You're extremely young, and you enjoy
Yeah.
this massive fan following on social media of
Yeah.
your own as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how important is it for you to cater to your people who are following you for what you are?
I try to be as authentic as possible, but what I really feel from here and post hardly gets some 100 retweets. People still want to know what is the next movie update. what is it that you're shooting, where are you working out, where are you holidaying, who are your friends, and pictures of family and all that. So I figured out in social media, people are primarily interested in in your personal life, which they don't get to see on screen, or they're curious about. I'm not that much of somebody who will show my personal life a lot, but I'm not too stuck up either. I don't have these rigid boundaries that no, this is my private life. That's why I give them a few sneak peeks here and there as possible, and I'm and now I've started replying to fans also, because earlier if you reply once, the next 10 people were like, we're left out, but then you can't possibly reply also. But I've started interacting, and it's nice. Sometimes there's a lot of noise, fan wars, and they start tagging you, so the feed gets dirty sometimes. But Instagram is not like that. It's more clean, and it's nice to reply to fans. So I'm quite semi-active, you can say. I'm quite there. It's fun. I've just treated it like a fun thing.
Your last film was ABCD.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have
that didn't do quite well. It was an average. It was an average film at box office. It didn't do that great. It was disappointing, of course. But I'm happy that jhatka I had got once. I think every 4 or 5 films an actor should get one flop. The one flop will set you right. It'll put you back in the track. You'll figure out what to do next with life. I didn't sign anything in a haste, though there were 2-3 projects offered. I just did a lot of soul searching कि इस फिल्म के बाद अगर comeback ठीक है, मुझे क्या करना है, मतलब किस टाइप को फिल्म में ऑडियंस मुझे देखना चाहते हैं, और मेरा स्ट्रेंथ क्या है जिसमें मैं ऑडियंस को एंटरटेन कर पाऊंगा. तो वो सोल सर्चिंग शुरू किया मैंने. बहुत सारे डायरेक्टर फ्रेंड्स जो थे मेरे, उनके साथ बात किया मैंने, समझने लगा कि अच्छा ये मेरा स्ट्रेंथ है, अच्छा डायरेक्टर्स ऐसे देख रहे हैं मुझे, ठीक है. ऑडियंस से बात की, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर से बात की, बहुत सारे लोगों से बात की. वो प्रोसेस मुझे 3 महीना लगा एक्चुअली कि अगला मुझे क्या करना है. उसके बाद मुझे क्लैरिटी मिला था. 2 स्क्रिप्ट्स लॉक किया मैंने. उसमें से एक शूटिंग स्टार्ट करना था मार्च 16 को, और बूम, कोरोना आ गया. सो दैट फिल्म डिडंट डू वेल, बट हार्ट ब्रेक. I'm sure everybody here watching it would have gone through heartbreak once. But if you're an actor, you have to go through it every now and then, because every film won't be a hit. It will not turn out the way you expect, but it's like heartbreak. I mean, that's the only thing I'm able to connect back to emotionally, So that's there. But it's not a bad film, though. It was nice. I mean, people liked my work when it came on television and all that. It did very well. And ABCD is being dubbed into Hindi. It'll be coming out on Sony Max in June, July. I'm sure it did well in Telugu television, so I'm sure the Hindi audiences also will like it.
Right. Okay, so now the interesting part is that you are from a film family. People just absolutely love all of you guys. You have a tremendous fan following. Now, interesting part in South India especially. Obviously, North India it is there as well, but the very interesting part in South India is, especially Telugu, that the fans, they make sure that they watch the movies in theaters. Movies run in theaters for a very long time, and that is why like a Telugu movie, for example, it goes on to do like 100 crores, which is like in one language that is massive.
Ala Vaikunthapurmam was 265. Just from one language.
It did extraordinary, it did extraordinary business.
Yeah, man.
So now with this corona pandemic happening, and all sorts of speculations going on about when finally the theaters are going to open, because we still can't imagine how people are going to just get together in a theater. Do you feel that it's like a big setback, especially for the fans who love to watch movies in theaters?
Huge setback. Nobody knows what is the impact going to be, I've even stopped thinking about it because it's so scary. We don't know. From what I hear from trade people in Bombay and Hyderabad, theaters are expected to open for Dussehra again. So by then, already I'm sure we would have figured out on how to survive this pandemic. It's not like once they open the lockdown, we're corona free. It is going to be still around. We have to take our precautions, And entertainment is the last priority for the people or industry. So they're not going to open theaters anytime soon. But hopefully by October, things will settle down. And during the festival times, anyways, we're out meeting people, strangers, family, friends, this, that. So we're used to social interaction again. So hopefully people will start coming back to the theaters, getting comfortable with the idea that, okay, we can probably go to a movie. I don't know who's going to take the first shot, like who's going to first release the film or when the theaters are going to open. But nobody has answers. We're all clueless. We're all clueless. And like you said, Telugu's a very theater-going culture we have, where we go to the movies, not just the big stars, even mid-tier, mid-budget films or small budget, even small budget films. We have watched them in the theaters and made them big hits. I go to the theaters. Sorry, yeah. So we don't know the impact. Nobody has answers. We're all waiting for time to tell us what to do, which is the way forward.
Right. And of course, Telugu is there, but even Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam.
Yeah.
The fans. I spoke to Yash before EGF, and he told me that movies run for like 8 weeks and 10 weeks, and the fans who just wait maybe for some time, and they watch a movie in the 6th week or something like that. So I think it's something that is going to be far-reaching. Let's take a few questions.
Yeah, let's take a few questions. Yeah, that should be something.
Okay, so Anurita is asking 3 traits you want in your soulmate.
3 traits. Niceness. I want soft-spoken, well-spoken, nice, kind person. Loyalty and ability to engage, understand me. I think these 3 are important. Beauty I'm avoiding because that's understood that they have to be pretty and beautiful. So that I'm not including.
Okay, so Tanmay is saying, I love your voice, bro.
Thanks, bro. Thanks a lot.
Karthik here, TV is saying, twinkle, twinkle, little star, Allu Sirish, superstar.
Okay. Okay, I mean, yeah.
Kavyana Jali saying, I love your acting, Shirish Guru.
Shirish Garu. So Garu in Telugu means G. Yeah. So Garu in Telugu means G.
Of course. Yeah.
So when Gajini was happening, Amir sir used to call my dad as Arvind Garu. So that kind of became his name in the unit. So everybody calls him Arvind Garu, Arvind Garu. So it's basically G, but they thought his name is that. Like, you know, so Arvind Garu uska naam ban gaya.
Okay, AJ Singh 4906 is saying, who's your favorite Bollywood star?
My favorite Bollywood stars, I mean, I have to choose 3, is Shah Rukh sir, Salman sir, and Hrithik Roshan. So these 3 are my favorites. In this generation, though, I like a lot of them. I like Rajkumar Rao, I like Varun Dhawan, I like Ranveer Singh. I love a lot of Ranbir Kapoor's films. So these are my favorites in this generation. And Tiger, of course.
Okay, and can we see you working in a Hindi film?
See, I've never thought about it, honestly, actively. If a great opportunity comes by, then maybe yes. I was once in Bombay and I met a casting director who made me audition for a Netflix show. It didn't come through. I was not too prepared for it either. But once I was doing it, I felt it was not bad. You know, I know the language enough to act. I never thought actively about it, so we don't know what's going to come. But what I'm happy though, is earlier 10 years back, we used to sit and make good films in Hyderabad, and that was just limited to that 1-2 states where we made them. But because today, thanks to television, our films are being watched by audiences across South Asia. A lot of Pakistani and Bangladesh fans, and all of them are watching the films from Nepal and all that. So I'm happy that my movies are being dubbed into Hindi. Last week, my film Okakshanam was dubbed into Hindi as Shoorveer 2, and it came on Zee Cinema. And it's got already some 32 million views on YouTube. So, okay, if a Hindi film happens, fine, then I'll be happy. But if not, I'm happy to entertain the audience, the larger audience, to some way or the other, you know. So, let's see what comes through.
All right. Praga Dara Vikiran is saying, I hope you, Anaya, do more and more movies, and we will support you.
Oh, thanks a lot. Anaya is like bhai. Like Anna, Anaya. Yeah, like that. Thank you very much, bro. So I've been a little slow in terms of output. It's been 6 years and I've done only 5 films. So I'll do more films and I'll be more active. It's not that I've taken a conscious decision. I'm not that selective, but it's just that I'm not able to find the right films.
Almas Khan 4880799, looking very, very handsome and family.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. Wish you a happy Ramzan. I hope everything is fine and safe.
Almas,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Almas, thank you very much. I hope you're all safe. Thanks for the compliment.
All right. Gayatri is saying, hi, Anna, big fan. Love you, lots of love.
Hi, Gayatri. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all the love. It makes me feel responsible.
Shreya Sen is saying your movie Shurveer 2 and 1971 was amazing.
Thank you, thanks a lot, Shreya. Thanks a lot.
Smiley Anju is saying, who's your best friend, sir, in the industry?
Industry, I don't have any best friends. My best friend is outside folks. I'm socially friends with a lot of people. I'm friends with like I went to school with Rana. Then I know Navdeep since 15 years. I hosted an award function with Vijay, and then he's acted in a film my dad produced. So I know all of them socially, but I don't think any of them are my best friend. Like they're not the people I hang out every day with. So I have a lot of social friends, but nobody I call a best friend.
Okay, Aisha Cherry is saying, are you doing Kannada movies?
Kannada right now, nobody's approached me, bro. Nobody's approached me, so I'm not doing anything in Kannada, though. But I'm really open to the idea. I've been watching a lot of Kannada films lately, so definitely open to the idea.
Okay, Megha Radhya 13 is saying, who's your favorite heroine?
Favorite heroine? I've answered this quite a few times. My favorite actress in this generation is Tamanna. She's acted with my brother, she's acted with my cousins and all that. And I never got to act with her, but I just shot one television commercial with her. I'm very thankful for that opportunity to work with her. She's my favorite. A very good actress too.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Okay, Megha Radhya is saying, whom do you feel your tough competitor?
Everyone. I don't take anybody easily. Like everyone out there is so talented. In a way, yes, we're not competing, but in a way, yeah, the trade or how the outside world treats that it is competition. So I respect all my contemporaries. I don't like the word competition. It sounds a little negative and very bitter. I like the word contemporaries because we all exist in the same industry. There's no one person whom I think of it like that.
Okay, Latha Radhakrishnan is saying beyond border film acting experience Mohanlal. So I think you are a lucky actor that you managed to work with Mohanlal and that too so early in your career.
Yeah. So Lal sir is like an acting academy. I really learned improvisation is what we call it, right? He is a master in improvisation. So he doesn't change the dialogue, he doesn't change the scene content, nothing. Yet he will unexpectedly add something in the scene that will make it work. So he listens to the director and he still gives it his own interpretation. So that's one thing I learned when working with Lal sir, that the script is not like a Bible, you can't move away from it. You can add things and give it your own interpretation. So he's a master of subtlety. He's very subtle with those small things he does on screen. So that's one thing I learned from Mohanlal sir, and he's extremely humble, very humble, to the point that it used to be a little embarrassing because he used to address me as sir. I'm like, sir, please don't call me sir, call me Sirish. And he used to, again after 2 days, switch back to sir. So he took good care of me when he was on the set. It was a great opportunity to work with sir. I really look forward working with him again. I really hope that opportunity comes by.
All right. So I think there's a friend of yours, I am Moni. This is a
Moni
account.
Oh, so Moni is so Mahendra Soni. That's Moni. Yeah. So what did he say?
Sirish, I just remembered about Tuxedo Hire in the Cannes. Share the story with your fans.
Oh, Moni is a producer from Calcutta. He's one of the partners and founders of Sri Venkatesh Films. He's a friend since years. So one day we just decided, dude, the INB ministry just wants some Indian representation from regional and they're calling us, let's go. And we went to Cannes. And then suddenly we found a premiere to this Chinese film, a red carpet premiere, and even Deepika was there, I think. And I was like, dude, I came on a casual holiday. I never expected this. And we were hunting all over Cannes for tuxedo rentals. We found that he helped me. Then get ready. I said, dude, I need to do my hair. Is my makeup fine? This, that. I need somebody to click pictures. So right when I was going into the entry, he just clicked some pictures for me and sent. And I thought, okay, this is the closest you can ever get to Cannes, bro. Like your commercial films are never going to end up there. So a red carpet experience, that's the closest. It was fun though. It was nice. And I went and watched that one.
All right, Alu Sirish, I think maybe it's a fan page. Anna, your acting in Oka Shanam made us realize that is love.
Thank you. So Oka Shanam is this thriller with sci-fi, this little sci-fi thriller love story, which is called Shurveer 2 in Hindi. So actually, I kind of realized that finally, from wanting to be an actor, I think I've become an actor from here after I did that film. That was like that film that transformed me and all that. So I'm very thankful. I'm glad you guys like that film a lot.
it's Kishan is saying both brothers in one movie, Waiting Bro.
I don't want to act with my brother, bro. Nobody's going to watch me, but I don't think I'll watch me. But maybe in the future, whenever a right script comes, probably. Let's see. I don't think I can. It'll be tough. It'll be so tough to pull it off.
Right.
Let's see.
He's a wonderful director. He's a wonderful dancer as well.
Yeah, I'm not bad, but then when good or decent, when you put it beside extraordinary, it starts looking bad. So
but
that's the part.
It is so amusing. It is so amusing. You are so outgoing and extrovert, and as it's very apparent in the communication and even when I met you. But Allu Arjun is very introverted. He doesn't like to talk even, and he's confined in himself. That's very interesting that both you brothers, I think, many days poles apart.
I think that marriage does that to people. He was an extrovert. We used to go clubbing, partying. He used to take off his t-shirt in the club at times, and we had a bunch of friends, and he doesn't need time to open up. But I think with marriage, and then once you become a father, you transform from being a boy to a man. And then also stardom, a lot of eyes are watching you all the time. So then you become this very inwardly person, So that's the thing. So he's become that person, but right now I would classify him as an introvert. He doesn't step out if he's not shooting. He's only at the gym at home or taking meetings and all that. So we're quite different. But I don't think I can ever be an introvert. I'll always be like my dad. I'll always be an extrovert. And I can't be introverted.
AJ Singh is saying, do you have any idea of starting your own production individually?
No, it's a very tough task. It's very demanding. A lot of money involved, interests to be paid, loans to be taken, a lot of management. I don't enjoy that process that much. What I enjoy in production is the story sitting, editing, the creative part of filmmaking. That's all I enjoy. And that that is being fulfilled right now. Along with acting, you're also kind of, involved in the story process and all that. So immediately, I don't see myself being a producer.
Okay, so Sirish will take a couple of more questions. This is Trinayan Reddy. What is your favorite movie ever? Which is your all-time favorite film?
My all-time favorite film is this film called Jagade Kaveerudu. That has Mr. Chiranjeevi and Sridevi in the lead. It's a fantasy film, So Sridevi ji is like a Apsara. She comes down from heaven onto earth and she mingles with human beings, So Mr. Chiranjeevi is a tourist guide. So that's one of my all-time favorite films. I would have seen it 70, 80 times plus. That's my favorite film.
So what is the discussion like when you have Mr. Chiranjeevi and Pawan Kalyanji and Allu Arjun and the entire family when you guys get together? What is that you guys discuss?
Films.
That's
it. See, and then Chiranjeevi garu and Pawan sir are men of a few words. They don't speak too much. Kalyan garu hardly gave me any advice. Chiranjeevi garu gave me a nice tip when I was beginning the film. He said, what worked for us might not work for you, but there's only one thing that can lead you to some success. I said, what is it? He said, fire in the belly. So you don't know the path, but if you have fire in the belly, that will show you the way. That will show you. As long as you have fire in the belly, everything will just open its way. Wow. As long as you're hungry, that's all I can give you, because I can't say act like this, do that, or meet this producer, do this kind of film. It's not going to work. What worked for us 30 years back is not going to work for you now. So, but that tip, I took it, So I'm always like, I have that fire in the belly, whether film works, doesn't work, or things turn out the way we expect or not. I'm always like a fighter and I always keep chugging along. So that's one tip he gave. With my brother, we discuss films at another level. Right from like scene transitions, how they were done, to like, the micro expressions, what that actor did in that film versus like how after 5 seconds, the background score then starts setting in the mood. So we get quite deep into it and quite meta into it, like as an actor, okay, how do we have to be from inside for the outside to show? So we have great discussions and it can go on for 4-5 hours. My bhabhi gets pissed, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. She's like, Arjun, can you just come back into the room? Kids are sleeping, come. So it's like that. We go on for hours.
Okay, so there's this last question that we have. This is the Dark Horizon. What is the first thing you will do after this lockdown? cutting your hair.
Cut my hair. Yeah. Of course, meet my parents. Meet my parents. Since I'm staying away, I've not met them in a month, more than a month. So I'll meet them first. And then the second, I mean, that's obvious. Most of us will meet our loved ones. The second thing which I'm going to do is like cut my hair.
All right. So, Alu Suresh, wonderful talking to you. And
thanks for you doing. Before you leave, I have a tribute for you.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah. Since I've always seen you in a cap, I figured out you're like a hat lover. So even I like hats, though I don't wear it much. So I just thought I'll wear this thing for you.
Next time I'll take it.
Thanks. Thanks, bro. Thanks. Ciao then. Bye.
All right. All the best. Take care, man. All the best.
Thanks. Yeah.